Hello everyone, this is your host Risha Akela and I welcome you back to another great discussion in our program, Life Musings by Dr. Padmaja Nandigama. Let's suppose there's a task assigned to you and you're not really interested to get started. You do anything and everything to distract yourself from the discomfort you feel towards even attempting to look at that work. You're stuck in the gap between your intention to do the work and the action that you need to do to get it started. Sounds familiar? Yes, you are procrastinating. That's our topic today, and to ensure that we get great information and to help burst your procrastination habit for good, we have with us our mentor, Dr. Padmaja Nandigama, who is a psychology faculty, life coach, motivational speaker, and also an academic advisor. How is it going, Padmaja?
Slow and lazy. I'm trying not to procrastinate.
Amazing. Okay. So how do you explain procrastination, and can we categorize procrastinators into different group of people?
Yeah. Many times people get confused whether I'm procrastinating or I'm being lazy, right?
Yeah.
Is it different? See, procrastination is when you want to do a thing, but you are not motivated enough to, finish the task or accomplish the task. Whereas being lazy is you're not motivated at all to do anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So here, procrastination, at least you have an intention to do the task. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here, procrastination, we see in many people, like as you just said, you have a project due at 12 o'clock today, midnight, and then you have not started it till today morning. And then now you're running around, you're sweating, and you're telling yourself, why did I do this? Why did I wait for so long when I had 1 week to complete it, right? And most of us do that. And mostly you see students doing that. And you know what? At the end, they come up with reasons like, how can I postpone this? Should I fall sick and ask permission from my teacher? Or should I lie? Or should I say dog ate my homework? kind of reasoning, right? See, so procrastination is when you want to complete the task, but you are not motivated enough to sit and complete the task. There could be different reasons why people procrastinate. And you'll be surprised that given different reasons, there are different types of procrastinators.
Yes.
Mostly you see that people who are perfectionists, who want their things to be done in a way they want it to be done. So what they do is they don't want to start it till they think they have the perfect setup, perfect everything, or they will start doing it and then they don't like it, they strike it off. So it could be that they're looking for something which is not going to happen very soon. Mm-hmm. So that's why they keep procrastinating. And sometimes you see avoiders. These people are they get anxious when they think about that. So they keep avoiding it. So they have this discomfort of I don't want to face this. I have to get this completed. I know I have to get this completed, but I don't want to do this. So they keep postponing it. And you see, sometimes there are optimists. Mm-hmm. These people, optimists, they think they can finish it in the last hour. Mm-hmm. And many times they keep on postponing, and it works for them because it has worked for them previously. It didn't go wrong. So you're not going to change any habit that hasn't gone wrong. Right? So if you have not learned from your mistakes, or if you have not learned any consequence, you're going to keep repeating the acts. Right? So if for you to change or break the habit, you need to fail once. So these, optimists, they think that they can finish the task. They see the end in their mind, and they're not going to listen to people telling them, hello, if you keep on postponing, you're not going to finish the task. They're not going to listen to them. So these are eternal optimists thinking that they will finish the task. So there are different ways we keep on postponing the task. Yeah.
So what are the reasons for this procrastination?
Of course, this is a behavior. This is a kind of a habit. Yeah. The reason could be that, sometimes you get anxious to start the task. As I said, you want it to be perfect. So you could be having an obsessive compulsive kind of feeling to peg it in the perfect way, or to have a perfect plan, right? And maybe you're not like motivated in the sense that you feel overwhelmed, thinking that, oh, there's so much to do and I don't know how to do, or maybe I will not finish it. Right. And some people don't want to start it because they're feared of failure. What if I fail? I don't want to be ashamed. Right? And on the other hand, you see people who don't want to succeed in the task, because these people think, okay, if I finish the task, I will be bombarded with more tasks and I don't want too much on my plate. So why not push it till the end? And so people will get like frustrated and not give me any tasks. So this is like a strategy kind of thing. So that is another reason why they keep postponing, like overwhelming anxiety, and people like who don't know where to start, how to finish, or they take too much on their hand, right? So these are the different reasons why people procrastinate. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So people may also procrastinate, right, when they are confused by the complexity of a task,
right,
like you said, such as like, such as filing one's taxes, or when they're overly distracted,
right,
or fatigued,
right. Yes.
So let's say it could be a combination of ADHD,
right, yes,
depression, anxiety.
Right.
So how are they related to procrastination?
Very good question. As I said, it could be anxiety, where you are anxious. So what happens is, when a person who is procrastinating gets anxious, they won't focus on this task which need to be done. Instead, they will get up, go make coffee. They will start the dishwasher. They will start attending other tasks around, try to distract themselves. Yes. They're not focused. So sometimes we all have a certain amount of attention deficit. We are hyper. We can't sit still. We can't focus. So that could be adding to our procrastination. Our anxiety, our attention deficit, our obsessive compulsiveness adds to this procrastination. So what happens is, like, you don't know how to control your own mental state, in the sense that it is creating this, tension in you. So because of that, you get up and distract yourself. You talk to other people, or you think that this is not important enough. You tell yourself that this is not important enough, and you pick other tasks, right?
The easier ones,
and keep pushing this important task back. So these are different ways how people postpone the important task. Yeah. So
So when someone can't stop procrastinating, let's say, so how do they break that cycle?
That's the whole point, right? Like, we need to learn how to manage our procrastination, so that, one, you want to complete the task on time, feel that accomplishment, feel that sense of accomplishment. Also, if you are procrastinating continuously, it may not be affecting you, but if you're in a team, you might be frustrating your team workers. They could be upset that you are not listening to their input, you're not taking their advice, and because of you, the project is getting postponed, and it is getting affected. So you have to change your ways so that you help the team progress. So for that, what you need to do is, if you're getting overwhelmed, generally, if it is a big project, people get overwhelmed on how to complete this. Divide this into small chunks. You should always divide your project into small chunks and have a schedule. Tell yourself, okay, I have 1 week to finish the task. So how do I split this? I split this, planning. And, many a times the optimists who think that they can achieve, they don't have a backup plan. They think, okay, it's going to be done. I'm going to do whatever, right? But so what you need to do is, if you want to achieve this task, also have a backup plan. What if this fails? I have something else going on,
Very
right?
good
So
point.
divide your task into chunks and schedule them in a way so that you can manage it, you can spread it out. And once you finish the small chunk, reinforce yourself, a pat on the back, and treat yourself. When you complete a task, treat yourself and, celebrate the project. So in that way, you'll be motivated, right? To next time to take the task and finish the task. So you have to schedule it in such a way that you will be able to finish this task in a timely fashion, and also have your group of people or, who are going to encourage you, who are going to be reminding you. Your circle. So that like if it is a big project, like say, for example, if it is a PhD thesis, writing a PhD thesis is a huge thing. When I did my PhD, it took like 5 years because you don't see the end result so fast and as soon as you expect. You are going to the lab every day. You are working through that dark tunnel. So when you're doing that, yes, you have the faith, you have the belief that you're going to complete, but sometimes you're going to lose that motivation. You're going to find yourself in this dark space of what am I doing? What is this going to be effective after all? But then when you have this support group, they'll tell you, hello, this is what a PhD entails. This is what it takes. Keep doing it. You're doing a great job. So you need to have this support group who will encourage you, who will motivate you, so that you are staying on the track. So that is very important. Yeah. So these are like small ways which you can change, to keep yourself motivated and keep chugging along.
Great point.
Yes.
So can these triggers of procrastination tend to appear at all stages of completing a task? For example, let's say if one decided to start it, but then, along the way, they just get stuck.
Right. Yes. And also, as you said, like when especially young kids, they have this attention problem, focus problem. They can't sit in one place. They cannot finish the task. It could be because of that, their underlying attention deficit or underlying anxiety that they're being judged, and they want to be perfectionists, and the teacher is not going to praise them if they don't finish the task. So they keep pushing it away, and they don't like the task because, no kid likes doing homework. Unless you are telling them that they're going to achieve a bigger appreciation or bigger reinforcement in the long run, they're not going to able to sit. So for them, if you give like small rewards, that will help them. So you have to shape their behavior. And generally, what you can do is you can shape their behavior with something called as token economy. So what you do is like you tell them, if you sit for 20 minutes every day and work, I'm going to give you a star, right? So every day you start off with 20 minutes. They come, they sit for 20 minutes and you give a star. They collect these stars for a week. So they have 7 stars. Then they can exchange the 7 stars for an ice cream or going out to play with their friends or watch a movie. So that now will motivate them. Yeah, see, I'm going to get this treat if I sit and do my homework. So now when you start this 20-minute thing, slowly you increase that to 1 hour. As the child grows older, their challenges increase, their homework time increases, you can increase their token time, right? So this is one method where you can increase their work schedule, like token economy. And another technique which has worked for many people is called as Pomodoro technique. This I really like because even adults can use this. It's kind of like you set a timer for yourself. So for example, you select a task. I want to finish this task of completing my paper, writing a paper. So, but you have the idea, you're not able to sit down and write. So you tell yourself or set up a timer that you work for 25 minutes and then the timer goes on and you take a 3-minute break or a 5-minute break. Okay. So then once you take the break, again, you come back, set another 20 minutes and take another 5-minute break. So now you have each of these 20 minutes is called as a Pomodoro. So you are taking a 3-minute break for every Pomodoro. That means every 20 minutes, you are taking a 3-minute break. So after you complete 4 Pomodoros, you take a bigger break of 30 minutes, right? So this is called as a Pomodoro technique. Once one of my friends was joking, just be careful that your Pomodoro is not 5 minutes and your break is not 20 minutes, right? Because kids are very smart. You tell them, you take a Pomodoro of 20 minutes and take a break of 3 to 5 minutes. They will conveniently understand that you take a Pomodoro of 5 minutes and take a break of 20 minutes. You get this right. The Pomodoro has to be 20 minutes and take a break of 5 minutes. And then you do this 3 or 4 Pomodoros for 20 minutes with 5-minute break. And then once 4 Pomodoros are done, you take a 30-minute longer break. Okay, this technique works well because it sets you on a path of progress, and you are reinforcing yourself. Maybe in that 5-minute break, taking a coffee or getting a treat for yourself, and at the end of the day, you go back and see how much you've achieved. So now you are motivated to come back and to finish that with increased vigor the next day. You know. So
yeah. What about working adults? They are usually really busy, right?
Right. You know. Planning helps, planning, scheduling, and every day I tell, set up goals. You should have goals to finish any task. So the important thing here to beat your procrastination is you need to have a goal, and that goal should be an achievable, doable goal, right? I mean, you can't say that, okay, I am going to finish writing my whole thesis today, or I'm going to finish cleaning the whole house today. We all know it's not going to happen, So start off saying, I'm going to clean my counter today, right? Or maybe a portion of my room, or say that I am going to finish, probably write a page, set achievable, doable, reachable goals. So when you do that and slowly increase them, as you move on, as you get motivated, as you are staying on the task, you should increase that, stretch yourself, stretch your limits, and then challenge yourself, right? So that is very important. And surround yourself from, motivation. One way here you can do is you can remove all the distractions. We all know that the big reason that we are not able to sit in one place and lack focus is we are bombarded with all this, technology. We have the phones ringing, we have the TV going on, we have, internet. So all this. So what you need to do is, if you want to achieve a task, set a schedule, set a plan. As you start your day, tell yourself that you will finish 3 goals for that day, 3 tasks for that day. And in each task, you again subdivide the task. What are the goals you're going to achieve for each of the tasks? So, and then when you're working on the task, stay free of all the distractions. Switch off the TV, switch off the phone, sit in a quiet place. Yeah, focus. That will help you progress. And once you keep on progressing, you yourself will be reinforced. Feel good too. Yeah. And drink less coffee.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The coffee is a big thing, because what happens is, yes, you should drink coffee. A lot of people get addicted to coffee. So people get, hyperactive. They can't focus. Yes, it'll keep you awake, but then it'll decrease your focus because you're getting jittery and not able to focus, So it's very important that you keep away from all the distractions. Yeah.
Amazing advice.
Right. Yeah.
So thank you so much for investing this time in yourself. We hope you learned some simple ways to tackle procrastination habit. Ultimately, you must put your energy where your goals are, right? And if you don't attain them, make your goals smaller and easier to attain. Expand in them as you progress. So putting off the less present for the more immediate and more attractive is very normal. We all do it all the times. But the most important thing is to get started to make it work.
Right.
So in the end, how would you like to summarize?
Yes, see, as we all agree that sometimes or the other, we all procrastinate, but just remember that, even if you procrastinated earlier, it's okay. Forgive yourself for procrastinating previously, but now tell yourself that you can do what you set your mind to do. Okay. And coming to the task which you have on hand, in the way that you have to tell yourself a positive story. You have to give a positive spin and use words like, I chose to do this. Not that I can do this, or I may want to do this. I might want to complete this. Instead of, tell yourself that I chose to do it. So you own the task. So if you own a task, you take more responsibility. So then you finish the task. Okay. And always promise yourself a reward after you complete the task, because you yourself are a self-coach. You have to tell yourself, because nobody realizes how important this task is for you more than you.
Correct.
Right? And when you look at a lot of leaders who are there, who are doing so much work and doing great in their field, the success didn't happen overnight. Right. They have a schedule, they have a plan, they have these achievable, doable goals, and they stick to the schedules. And they achieve the schedules because they put in so much hard work. Right. And of course, they do not procrastinate. So we have to learn from that. And you have to also ask someone to check on you. Those reminders. Now everybody has these iPhones and a lot of apps where you can be reminded of what to be done. Yes, be more organized. And more than phones, have that group of people around you who can encourage you to stay on track and get your work done. And as I said, minimize distractions. At least for the time you want to work on a project, work on a project, finish for that set of time, and then go and check your media or talk to people. What I do is I set a time that for this 1 hour, I'm going to work on my, corrections or my papers or whatever. And then I treat myself by chatting with a friend or posting some posts or going and checking some news feeds. So because that, motivates me. Sometimes I even listen to some TED Talks or watch people doing some TV shows or something, which then puts me again back in the motivating mood. Like I go back and do that. But the point here is treat yourself with those breaks while minimizing the distractions, at least during the work period. So that is very important. And also you set an example. When you do this, your children are watching you. So they learn, okay, this is how my mom gets the tasks done. And at the end of the day, look at how much you have achieved. So you start your day with a list of things to do, doable, achievable goals. And at the end of the day, you look at the list which you have achieved. Let me tell you, you may not be able to achieve all that is in the list which you started, but appreciate yourself, reinforce yourself for whatever you have achieved. Right. You might say, oh, I didn't do nothing. No, you did something, which could be you went to work, you sat in a couple of meetings. That is something, right? You packed lunch for your kids. That is something. So these kinds of reinforcements, will tell you that you are not lazy. But here, the important thing about procrastination is you are postponing things that are needed to be given importance. So, for example, if you need to finish this task, which is coming up for, to your boss's submission, you need to finish that. You can't postpone it because, it's an ugly thing. Right. Yeah, you got to take the pill. Right. You got to take it. So eat that elephant beetle first. So here, another advice I would give is whatever thing that bothers you, you don't like to do, do it first, right? Instead of pushing it in the end. So what happens is when you push it to the end, by the end of the day, you lack energy, you lack motivation, you get other distractions. But first thing in the morning, you get that ugly thing out of your way, then everything will flow smoothly. So I hope all these small tips will help you carry on and put that procrastination elephant out of your way. Okay. So stay motivated, stay active, and stay positive. Tell yourself that you can do this.
So with that, we will end today's episode. We'll be back next week. Watch us live on Mana TV International with YUPP TV. And for repeat telecast, subscribe to Mana TV on YouTube and also like our Facebook page to stay connected. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay smiling. Goodbye.
Bye.